Alright, so we should start pretty soon. Kind of excited for this one. Final round. I'll go through what the situation it is looking like for this final race. So we're here in Abu Dhabi. It's not the updated track, unfortunately, because we're still on 21. But don't worry, this is the final time we're on 21. But all Diego needs to do is just score 1 point, and he basically secures the championship. Gary's not here with us, so that means all Diego has to do is just race, and he gets the championship. So let's see what happens. We only have 11 here today. Or people are going to join more later on. But again, a lot of people are just making transition over to the new 22 game. It's been out for about a week or so, more than that. So we'll see. But in tier 2 we have actually Hayes secured the championship last night. But sector 3, this part right here where Sully is going through, such a pain. And you can lose so much time, especially during a quality session, specifically in that area. So obviously this is the old version of the track, but in the new version, you know, it's new. It's much smoother. So Sully's actually going to be the first one to start out quality on their hot lap. So let's go on board with him for this one. On the medium tires actually, so see how his pace is looking like. And obviously this weird turn we have here, we can't go straight here, but again, we're doing the old circuit, so it is what it is. Actually, that's Anna's shoes already retired already. You see him right there on the left hand or right hand side. He's crashed out, so he's didn't even get. I think he just started his first hot lap, I think. So potentially, I think points for everyone. I think with only more than half the grid. So 58.5 is the sector 2 time. Obviously he's the first runner, so he's gonna go purple. But Actually, Spunk is here now, so we have 12 now. More people will join on later, but even after quali. But Sully's gonna be the first one to set a lap. Let's see what time it is. He's gonna put up 1:36.1. We'll see how competitive that is. Atmos spun in sector 3, so that we'll do another one. Diego actually invalidated his lap, so he has to go next time. Carmen's right behind him. Yeah, he's on the out lap, so never mind. Rock is actually on a hot lap right now, so oh, he invalidated. He cut the corner. But behind him, actually, is Ferranzo. What time can he put up? Clean exit. It's gonna go 1:36.2, so still not enough. Here he goes, purple first sector. Oh, and he's just slams into the wall. That sucks for him on that run. He set the purple sector 1. I was looking forward to his lap. Adams Lugladen on the medium tire. I'll go with Lugladen actually. So actually Ferrari can secure the Constructors' Championship. Oh, the line goes a little bit wide there on the entry. Yeah, it's Ferrari who can secure the championship in the Constructors. Mercedes is currently sitting second. Alpine dropping after the last race. Let's see what Lugladen can do on his first run of the day. Just checking out Blickster, but it looks like he's a little bit further back. But actually in front of him is actually a Ferranzo. I think we're going to try to come into the pits, but it's going to be Lugladen. Let's see what he can put up. 1:38, so he's 2 seconds off. Atmos retired from the session. Looks like he crashed, or maybe just retired. I think he crashed or retired. Let's see. Lugladen just coming up to him right now. I think he just retired in the middle of the track. Oh, his tire fell off. Never mind. But his Blix is on a flyer. See what he can do. Oh, he missed his braking point, I think. Oh no, he actually set a lap before. I didn't see that. He goes on the softs, 36.9. Competitive compared to the others. Oh, oh yeah, LG just slammed into the wall, retired. Yeah, we could see that coming pretty soon after that. He was getting sideways, and well, the result of that was being slammed into the wall. So with Diego invalidating his lap before, he actually invalidated again. So never mind. Spunk also invalidated. So we'll see. They're gonna do laps next time around. Yeah, because many people are invalidating laps. What racing action here, huh? This Rock just goes deep into that. She looks like Bullet. Oh, Spunk invalidated his lap on the exit. But back to Bullet. I think he's going to start a lap. So far, so clean. That just says purple sector 1. We've seen many people already retired. We saw 2 people retired already from that churn. He goes Anish and Amos. No, Amos retired in the middle of the track. Actually, all 3 of them that so far lost to quali right now is the ones that crashed at the same exact spot. Might be a little bit slippery out there, I guess. That's what I've been hearing. Kermit actually retired. You see the Williams into the wall. Huh, that seems a little bit familiar, just on the opposite side of the wall. Bullet sets the purple sector 2. So far he has sectors that are purple in 1 and 2. It's tricky 3rd sector it is. Let's see what he can put up. He's on the softs. Diego about right behind him. He's currently just coming down into sector 3 at the end of sector 2 right now. But it's going to be Bullet first that's going to cross the line before him. Oh, he invalidated and he spun it and he slammed it to the wall and he is retired. Ouch. That's going to be painful, but looks like Diego actually said purple sector 2. What if he also got 1 as well? I'm pretty sure. He's especially quick here. On the way to potentially win his I think 3rd or 4th title in CSRL. Yeah, they got Bullet's car clean out of the way. But Diego's actually going to come around the final corner. It's going to be fastest at the moment with 135.6. On the mediums, actually. So that's quite quick. Rock is going to start. Oh, he's going to come into the pits. Sully's actually improving. Let's see how he can finish out his lap after his teammate retiring him. You can see his tire just left in the middle of the road still. Somehow, but yeah, it's still out there. But he's gonna round the final corner on the softs. He's gonna go fastest. What the 35.5. Very solid. Franz, it looked like he invalidated his lap. I think it looks like, oh, Spunk nearly taps it on the inside wall, but he almost repeated what his teammate Bullet did. But he's good. McLaughlin's on the softs. This is his first run on the sauce. Oh, it's a Ferrari off. It's Spunk. Same turn again. That turn is really getting some of these drivers quite a little bit of stress, I'd say. JJ's retired. It looks like it might be the same turn. Has caught so far most of the grid except Kermit, which he did a Latifi. Luglada actually goes purple in sector 2. He's on the sauce. Sully was actually on the sauce as well. This might be a banger lap from Luglada. He's quite quick around here. It's one of his favorite tracks. He's very good. Oh, and goes a little bit deep there, but he's able to maintain his speed going around here. The tire's still left out there. I don't know what's going on with this Marshall's crew, but whatever. Lugano's gonna round the final corner now. What time can he put up? Oh, he goes 137 flat. Oh, so I don't know. It looked like it was gonna be a huge lap for him. Behind him, though, in sector 3 currently it's Spunk. Invalidated his lap, it is for him. And exit. So Brock is actually gonna start his lap. He hasn't set a time yet. Neither are Spunk. Who invalidated his lap was behind him actually. So decent time there. You can actually see more tires still left on the track. Not sure what the marshals are doing out here, but whatever. So like I said, decent first second time. Let's see what he can do. So everyone running currently on sauce. Coming up to less than 3 minutes remaining in this quality session. So there should be seeing some people start to head out for their final lap. He actually goes purple sector 2, which was perfectly set by Lugano. So now around the tricky third sector we go. With Barack Obama. Caught a lot of curb there on the exit there, but it's looking clean for him. Let's see what time he can put up. It's going to be before 36.2 it is. It looks like Lugano actually spun in the same turn that everyone's having problems all day today. Spunk has started his lap after invalidating a few times in a row. As if Franzo just comes out of the pits, they're getting ready for his final lap. Purple sector 1 it is for the Ferrari Spunk. So Diego and Silly just starting theirs as well. With Fugladin, I don't know if he's... Yeah, he's gonna do another lap coming up. He might come in pits, which might be the end for him. We'll see. And Brock is the one who's previously set a lap. So actually Brock is improving quite well. Lost a lot of time in this sector 2. And he cut the corner, so he's invalidated his lap. So we'll check on the run for pole position. Currently, at the moment, Sully is ahead of Diego, but they're both on their final laps. So we'll see what time Diego can put up. And he goes purple sector 2. And you can see in the distance behind there, Sully's right behind him. So less than 30 seconds now. So people, looks like Obama could possibly get across the line in time. I think that is Ferranzo, who's just gonna start the lap. Yeah, so Ferranzo might be the last runner, but behind him is Diego first, ahead of Sully currently on track. It's gonna be provisional pole for Diego, but right behind him. No, not enough. So it's gonna be Diego on provisional pole at the moment. Let's see if anyone else can steal it. Ferranzo, I think, actually crashed out at the same spot. Everyone has been having problems all day today. Checker flag is now out, so that will be the end of qualifying for Blix and Gladden, who has crossed it at the moment. It's Barack Obama who potentially could take away. Let's see what time he can put out compared to the others. Franz was the last one, like I mentioned, to cross the line in time to start their flyer, but crashed out where everyone else has crashed out all day today. And Obama gets very loose. That is probably going to be it. Indeed, that probably will be it for both. Diego and Sully. But Spunk actually invalidated the lap, so that's going to be the end of qualifying, unless Brock can... Nice. Definitely lost it after getting very loose in the exit over there back in the middle of sector 2. So that'll basically be it. Oh, and he slams into the wall, nearly does an identical move like Latifi. He's still gonna finish out this lap because he's just like that. So yeah, that'll do it for qualifying. It's Diego who gets pole position here in Abu Dhabi in the final round. Let's see what he can do in just a short time to potentially take his another title. Yeah, I'll do it. Somewhat intense there at the end, but behind them, a bunch of people hadn't even set the laps. They were either on the flyer and they got caught in that turn over there that that I mentioned, that everyone's just been getting killed. But other people recreating moments like what happened in real life somehow. So yeah, it's Diego who gets pole position here. Alfonso is actually going to be on the medium tires to start. But on the front row is Sully. And on the second row joining Alfonso is Barack Obama. Followed by Blix Lugladen. I think this might be his highest start in Tier 1, I believe. With the P6. Atmo's right behind him. P7 with LG Monoply. Oh man, I can't say it. But whatever. P8, JJ and P9. And Bullet, P10. Who unfortunately had an unfortunate spin. Behind those is Anish, Kermit, and Spunk. Kermit actually recreated the Latifi crash somehow. Almost like very identical, and then also in the Williams too, so that makes it even quite a bit more intense, I'd say. But yeah, everyone's getting killed in turn 3 and 4, I think. It's just that turn that's making everyone ruin their laps. But I wonder if that will maybe end some people's races here coming up. I don't think so though. I think they learned their lesson. That's my guess. Alright, so we're just moments away from starting the final race. It's quite exciting after a long season we've had. Good moments, good battles all season long. It's been a great season to watch. In both tiers, actually. Tier 2 had many good races, but nothing will beat Season 3's Tier 2 season after coming down to the last race and all the drama that happened as Diego's just glitching on the formation lap. Yeah, nothing could beat Season 3, Tier 2. That season was just full of memories, and I think it was Blix who came out on top. This season got promoted to Tier 1. He's looking somewhat solid. I think he got a wheel, so he's been trying to get used to that for the brand new game when we transition over there. It should be quite exciting. So the on-screen is what the projected pit stop it is. Many of these people are actually starting on the sauce. I think only a couple people starting on. Oh, there's quite a few actually. Esperanzo, Atmos, JJ, Bullet, Anish, and Spunk are the ones on the mediums. So, with only 13 runners, I think a lot of people could actually have gone on the mediums. But it's whatever. We'll see what happens. With only 28 laps is scheduled for. But I think just 2 DRS zones. Yeah, 2 DRS zones. Very long straights, I'd say. So we should see many overtakes. Actually, Ferranzo and Barack Obama actually had collisions there on the formation lap. After Digger glitching out, he's far behind, but shouldn't be a biggie at all. He definitely wants those warm tires to start. Alright, so for the final time in Season 4, it's lights out and away we go. Actually, Diego's an AI to start, I believe. I don't know. But it's going to be Diego ahead into Turn 1. And he's actually an AI at the moment. So it's going to be Sully who jumps ahead into P1. Into Turn 3. And Barack has retired from the session. It looks like he crashed out. It looks like Turn 2 going to 3. So that's caused the yellows at the moment to go out briefly. But it should be pretty cleaned up pretty quickly. But it's going to be Sully ahead of the pack. Behind him is Esperanzo. Actually, Bully gets the time play for ignoring yellow flags. I barely see that in this year's game. But he's going to look for a move on Lugladen, actually. He's going to go on the inside. It's going to be late braking from Lugladen. He's going to actually lose the position to Bullet. Bullet's going to go ahead of Lugladen. Currently in the podium places is Esperanzo and Blix. It's actually looking for a move on Esperanzo, but not enough space for him. But I think later on with the DRS opening up in a couple laps, this should trigger a potential move. So everyone else pretty cleanly off the line on lap 1. Diego's finally back. So it's going to be a last to first. All he has to do is just score 1 point with Gary being out. Not able to attend this race. So that is the end of lap 1. On lap 2 now. Let's just see what's going on back here. Many position changes. Oh, that is JJ actually, who has crashed out. Can't see behind. And it's going to be a virtual safety car. It is. After both of the McLarens out, relatively almost exactly on the same spot. Barack Obama and JJ copying each other, literally identical spots where they both crashed out. But this time, JJ's incident actually causes a VSC at the moment. So we'll see when we go back to green when marshals have cleared up the incident. So it's actually LG who had to come into the pit. It's gonna be the hard, so he should finish the race on those. Let's see where he can finish out. A safety car much would have helped him, but Blix actually gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC as we go back to green now. So his podium chances might have disappeared. But it's still very early in this Grand Prix. Bullet actually gets ahead of Atmos. Atmos gets a time penalty as he was kind of forced off there. Not sure if he was forced off though, but we'll see what happens. But suddenly up ahead, almost probably 1.5 seconds is the gap. So he has a pretty decent gap behind him. That's relatively comfortable. Diego's looking for a move on Kermit. Oh, that's Zugladen. The same turn, I think 4 it is. It is causing many problems for these drivers today. Kermit is looking at the inside. And Diego gets a good exit. He's actually going to be ahead by the time they have the exit. So up to P8 it is for Diego. DRS is now enabled actually. As yellows it is for LG. Not sure what happened, but it's going to be Bullet actually gets ahead of Blix. With DRS it is. Blix has a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC, but behind him is Atmos. I'm looking for a podium here for Atmos. That'd be quite exciting for him. He does have pace. I think he's quite quick around here. Diego's looking for a move on Spunk. Spunk went quite wide there. In the exit, Spunk is giving him the room. Diego having to make a comeback after having connection issues on the start. So it's actually Ferranzo. Blix is actually going to come into pit service penalty, but Ferranzo sets the fastest lap, but it's right back up to Bullet, who sets the fastest lap actually. But behind them is Diego looking for a move. Checking everywhere he can. He's going to get a good run out of turn 3, I think it is. Going to be ahead now. Well, that sentence didn't really follow. I meant to say I think it's going to be ahead of him. Whatever. We move on. Like Spunk is going to have DRS here. So you see how... well, his helmet is just glitching. I've never seen this glitch. Helmet just removed. In all my years playing F1, I've never seen this glitch. Spunks is not wearing a helmet. It's very dangerous to be having that out on track. He has no helmet. That is not safe according to the FIA rules. He should get disqualified. That'd be crazy if he actually wins. Racing with no helmet. If you can see on the screen, he's not wearing a helmet. You can clearly see his eyes and his face. But if debris gets past the halo and hits him in the face, he's dead. I have actually never seen this. Really focused is Spunk in that car, no helmet. I guess he's probably gonna be flying without the helmet now. I mean, when I mean flying out of the cockpit it is. But actually LG behind them actually retired. It's the same turn. It's turn 3, I think it is. But why do I keep saying I think it is after every turn? It is turn 3. Oh, Anish actually pushes Atmos quite a bit. Slight contact. Atmos is going to get DRS now on Anish. Behind him is Diego, who's getting a good run. There might be 2 position lost here for Anish, and it might be. Oh, there's contact. Diego somewhat put Anish sideways. His own teammate turned his teammate sideways. Diego has DRS now on Atmos. He's looking for a move up ahead. And it's gonna be Diego who sneaks up ahead of Atmos. Currently P4 for Diego. P6 is Spunk with no helmet. And Ferranzo's very close to Bullet. And the fight for P2 at the moment. Oh, that is Ferranzo who goes wide and almost gets his car to the inside barriers. He's able to somehow save it. That was a magical save there from Ferranzo. He's now almost 2 seconds behind now. So Anish getting spun out by his teammate. I think it might have been, unless he may have contact up ahead of Atmos. We'll never know. Spunk, his eyes are very locked in. I know in the 22 game they have a new camera angle where it shows in the real life F1 when you show like the face, like basically the camera but right in front of the steering wheel or on the halo. I think they placed it. I want that angle in this game so I can see how focused Spunk is at the moment, looking for a move on Atmos, but he's too far behind. Oh, actually, Atmos goes quite wide there. It's going to be Spunk with DRS. He's going to get pretty far away now from Atmos. He's going to easily move up into P5. So I guess having no helmet is somewhat an advantage for Spunk after moving up 2 positions after we found that glitch. Still, Efron's is somewhat caught up. He's now less than a second behind Bullet. Bullet does have a 2-second penalty, but he's gonna fight on. A lap ago, Efron's was nearly spun around there, but this time he's forgot to pass. Spunk there's like ice. He's gonna go on the outside of Atmos. Looks like Amo is trying to fight for that position. Oh, now his driver just completely disappeared. Spunk's driver has disappeared. You can see there. You can get a good camera angle of that. You can see Spunk's driver has just disappeared. I can't get on here, but his helmet has disappeared from here in this angle. I wish Amos can get quite closer to him so you can see. I'm not sure if it was just me, but his driver is gone. There's a ghost driving that Ferrari. I've never seen that in all. Look at that. No driver driving that Ferrari. That is dangerous. This Ambo's gonna make a move on the ghost. There's literally no one's driving that Ferrari. You can see no head. You can see arms just wailing. That is very creepy. But Atmos goes ahead of Spunk. Spunk has DRS looking to fight it back. Actually, there's not even Spunk in that car. It's just his arms. But Spunk is going to gain that position right back. Into P5 he goes. Oh my days, I've never seen that. That's quite creepy but fascinating at the same time. Up ahead though, Ferrando's less than a half a second behind Bullet. Every lap he's been creeping in. This could be a potential move coming up this lap. We'll check it out here. Coming out in lap 8. With almost 20 laps left. We'll see when pit stops start to happen later on. Many of these are still running on the mediums. If Ronzo is going to get DRS coming up on the straight up ahead. He's about half a second behind now. We'll see what move he can put, but behind them is actually almost looks for a move there on the ghost driver of Spunk, because Spunk, as you can see there, no driver. On his POV though, he's wearing no helmet. Well, now he's somewhat back. Yeah, he's still gone. Efronzo has DRS on Bullet. Too far behind. He's gonna wait for this long straight once again. Both of them get a somewhat clean exit. Efronzo is gonna have DRS, like I mentioned. Bullet covering the inside wall very defensively. Actually, it's gonna be a Ferranzo who jumps ahead. Good move there from Esperanza up to P2. And now he's on the chase for that leader of Sully. 1.6 seconds is currently the gap. It's really the only other battle that's been on track. It's been these two, Atmos and Spunk. But besides them, obviously, Esperanza and Bullet are still somewhat fighting. Oh, that's Atmos, who spun around. He's actually going to lose a position to Anish, who gains a position back after potentially getting taken out a few laps ago, but we really didn't get a clean look at that. But whatever, Atmos loses a position after spinning out there. So Spunk with no helmet, up still in P5. Looks very locked in, I could say. So, Bullet is looking to reel him in. Goes quite wide. Oh, almost loses his rear end. That's gonna lose some time. Ooh, almost clips him. He's able to stay behind, and he's able to still catch him. But 1.3 seconds is the gap to the leader. So slowly but surely, these guys are catching up to the leader of Sully. But behind him is Diego, currently on the soft still, so hasn't pitted. I think only a couple people have pitted. Yeah, only 2 people is Blix and Glodden after them 2 spinning out. But Blix did have a drafty penalty, so that's it. So the only soft runners at the moment, Kermit, Diego, and Sully. So let's see how they're gonna extend the tire. That's why Sully's losing quite a bit of time. That's actually gonna give DRS range for Esperanzo. Esperanzo's now almost up to less than a second behind. Sully on 10 lap old softs. So they're quite failing off here. On lap 10, Esperanzo's gonna have DRS. Let's see if he can make a move to take the lead of this race. He's gonna have to take the inside. He's gonna actually go back off. He's gonna wait for this other DRS straight. They're playing tactics here with DRS. It is for Esperanzo. And once again here, Sully's protecting the inside. Actually, he's gonna gain the lead, but by the time they get into the corner, it's gonna be Esperanzo who takes the lead of this race. So Sully's tire is wearing off quite a bit. Is losing very significant time. With Bullet now looking to make pressure on him. Now second separates Sully and Esperanzo. You see in the background there, actually Sully's gonna jump in to the pits. Oh, nearly spun it on the entry. But he's looking good. So he's heading off. He doesn't want to continue that fight any longer. Which actually is tough luck for Bullet, because now he doesn't have DRS. So that means he's going to have to use pure pace to catch up to Esperanzo. But it's also good for Esperanzo now, because he can use his great pace he's had all day today. That's Diego who spun around on the exit of turn 3, I think it is. It's been killing many of these drivers all day today. We saw it in qualifying. We see it here in the race. That's the 3rd victim. Especially on old softs. There's definitely no grip around there. So I think that might be a warning sign to Diego to come into the pits. That's going to be actually Spunk, the no helmet gang, up to P3. So Ferrari 2-3, they could basically any points and secure the Constructors Championship I definitely think they want to add that name or that title to their name. The Scuderia Ferrari. Looking for a good result today and securing the championship. But all they got to do is just finish in terms of the drivers' championship. Like I mentioned before the race started. He's looking on pace to do that after. Even though he spun, like I said, it might trigger him to potentially come into the pits to make a tire change. So really no close battles at the moment. Sully actually comes out on P7. So we'll see. He's on the medium, so he's gonna finish the race on these tires. Diego, he does actually listen to that warning after spinning a prior lap. He's gonna get the mediums on. Good stop from this Mercedes crew. Mercedes looking to clinch second place in the constructors. Kermit actually is gonna also come into the pits as well. It's gonna be the medium tires. It looks like it will be. Let's see, it's gonna be a front wing change as well. Good clean stop from the Williams crew. So he's actually getting quite time here on Atmos, who has DRS. It was soothed past the Alfa Romeo of Atmos. Up to P5 it is for Sully on the chase. Still for the win of this race. Esperanzo's quite pulling away from Bullet now. 2.6 seconds. And gaining much, much more every single lap is the gap to Esperanzo. Obviously, many people still haven't yet to pit, so we'll see when they come out. In terms of when Sully has fresher tires. Obviously, we'll see what those medium runners want to go on. They might go on softs. So definitely extending these medium compound tires might be the best bet for those who haven't pitted and are on medium tires. It's going to be Sully looking on the outside, but Anish gets good defending position there. He's defending the Williams quite well. Kind of frustrating Sully, but he's patient enough because he's actually going to get ahead here into turn 1. So that moves him up to P4. Oh, that is Anish who went off track. Atmos is looking for a move, banging wheels. It's going to be Atmos who moves up, taking advantage of Anish mistake he had behind there. So Alfonso currently in the lead. Looks like Amos, Anish, Spunk, Bullet, and Esperanza have yet to pit. So I think they are also the ones on medium still. Oh, that's Lugladin, who has crashed. It's gonna trigger a safety car. So these medium tire runners are currently, which is, like I mentioned, Anish, Amos, Spunk, and Bullet, and Esperanza. This actually might be a good thing for them because they can get a free pit stop. We'll see coming up if Esperanza decides to come in. It might be the best idea to. You can see the Gladden there crashes out of this race. It looks like he still might finish in the points regardless, so that's a point for them. Bullet's gonna actually come in. Could this be a double stack for Ferrari? And it is going to be a double stack. We'll see what happens. So that might be Sully jumps up into the lead potentially. If Ferran's on the hards, that is quite questionable. This is a double stack for Ferrari. Oh, I think they almost nailed it. This Ferrari crew is insane. Been insane all season long. Spunk with no helmet is doing great. So actually Sully's gonna come out P2. If Ferran's on the hards, passes the safety car actually. That might be questionable. It might be a pit crew mistake. But it looks like everyone else is actually going to come in as well. Blix is also looking for a new set of mediums. Kermit is also going to come in. And he also pitted a lap before. I don't know what tire it is going to be. It's going to be, it looks like the softs. Oh, it's another set of mediums. I thought he just pitted a lap ago. Whatever. It's going to be hard. Esperanto, Sully, Anish, Blix, and Kermit on the mediums. And like I said, those people that were running on the mediums now switched over to the softs to finish out this race. Let's see how quick they might be, because these softs are actually going to drop, quite frankly. Unless you get another safety car and they can come in for potentially another set. But it's going to be Bullet, Spunk, Atmos, and Diego who have softs. So Gladden has crashed out and caused a safety car. We've seen instances like that happen in real life, actually. Late safety car, drama at the end. We'll see, because that actually closes all the gaps, and that actually puts Kermit back into the fight once he comes back and joins this pack. So at the moment, on screen is the order. Alfonso, Sully, Bullet, Spunk, and Atmos are the top 5. Outside the top 5 is Anish, Diego, Blix, and Kermit. And the Gladden is going to actually finish in the points, even though he's DNF'd. I think you can still do that, right? You still score a point even though you didn't. And you're on top 10. So we'll see what happens when we come back to green. So we just take a little break and wait for them to clean up the incident, pack up the whole field, and we'll see when we go green. So actually we're gonna get coming to green here next lap. As we got the okay from race control to have the safety car pull into the pit lane to come back green. Oh, that's actually Blix who gets the time penalty with severe collision with Diego. Possible brake check, maybe? Or was Blix not paying attention? But it's Esperanto's gonna lead this pack back to green once the safety car pulls in. So currently at the moment, Diego's on tap to win his championship once again here. Actually, oh, that's Sully gets a good jump. Coming to green, that's Sully into turn 1 right away. Sneaks past Esperanto. Behind him is Bullet. Oh, that's Bullet actually who gets taps Esperanto, makes him go wide. And that's actually going to be Bullet up ahead. Esperanto's having a terrible start. He's almost going to lose the position to this teammate Ferrari. Around the outside, Spunk is trying to make a move here. Alfonso makes, he makes contact. 3 wide, here we go. And that quickly breaks apart. That's Atmos after P3. And you can see there, Spunk is actually not even in the car. Alfonso's gonna make a dive on Atmos. Looking for an outside move. Alfonso not having a good restart. That was a terrible restart for Alfonso. He has a good run here on Atmos. Looking for the outside move. Atmos closes the door right away. That's actually Spunk behind. Looked for a second for a potential move, but no move done. That's actually Kermit, who spun around into Williams. But Sully up ahead, sneaking into the lead into turn 1 on the restart. Behind them is Bullet though. And Atmos in the podium places here in Abu Dhabi in the final race. That'll be actually insane if you can see Atmos on the podium to finish this season. So if Alfonso actually gets ahead of Spunk, or able to stay ahead, I should say, is very much under pressure. That's Anish. Oh, that's a break. Oh no, that was actually Atmos who spun around. I did not see that. I wish I would have got that better view of that. But it looks like Alfonso was trying to avoid Atmos after he had to spin, and he actually made Spunk lose a front wing. I don't think that was dangerous braking there at all. Actually, Bullet is gonna sneak ahead. He's into the lead here. It is for Bullet. He's won a race this season. He's looking to add another one to his name. Atmos gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. I think he might just call it a day after having an unfortunate spin who actually caused Alfonso to break quite, I guess very, I don't know how I'd put it, because it was very reactive, I think. And that sent Spunk into the rear end of Alfonso. I was just looking at the view, and if you could just see Spunk slam into the rear end of Alfonso. I don't know, Alfonso was trying to avoid that collision. Atmos spinning up ahead, but we're gonna have to see POVs after this Grand Prix. But at the moment, actually, Blix gets a time penalty for multiple warnings. Bullet sets the fastest lap of this Grand Prix, and who is currently in the lead. DRS is now enabled. So Spunk into the pits after having a devastating collision, and now he's currently P8 and having to come in for a new wing with 10 laps to go. Still running with no helmet, so that's actually going to be the end of the day for Atmos. So Spunk still believes there's faith. He still wants to race. And it's just quite catching up to Alfonso. Too far back it is. But up front is Sully, who has DRS on Bullet on the medium tire. We'll see if he can make a move into this turn. No, he's going to actually stay back. Anish gets ahead of Alfonso, who had, I think he had just maybe diffuser damage after that hard collision. That was quite hard, actually. So we'll see if he has potential damage in the back end of the Alpine. Diego up to P3, looking to collect the win. Also, that would be a great way to win the championship with a win. All you have to do is just score 1 point. He's definitely doing that here today. Diego behind sets the fastest lap. On the sauce, the only 3 runners, Spunk who had to actually come in for wing change. So on lap 19 of 28, we had some drama a couple laps ago. But these top 3 laps, they're second separated to each one of these Great drivers. Good young drivers these are. So they're too far back for a potential move. Sully is very close. Esperanza takes back that position of Anish. Oh, and Anish taps the rear end of Esperanza and spins out and resets the track. That is banned in this league. Resetting the track is not allowed in this league, so that'll be a penalty. But we'll see, because it is the end of the season, last race, so I'm not sure what the penalty will be. But these top three are very close. Actually, that was Sully who got a little bit of that curb and almost slightly took air. Very close it is for these top three. They go look for a potential move, but he's too far. So we'll see. Blix and Anish actually coming to the pits. So that moves up Kermit to P5. So it turns out actually, Ferranzo on the hards did not really turn out as Diego's looking for the inside. He's gonna dive in the inside. He'll get past Sully, but Sully's gonna actually have DRS. They both do actually. Somehow Diego gets DRS on Bullet and is able to stay ahead of Sully. Unless Sully looks for a move here. Well, they actually somewhat catch up time now after the help of DRS, so that's gonna help Diego. So back to what I was saying with Franz on the hards. It looked like it might have been a mistake because he lost many positions. Diego looking for a move on Bullet, but he's too far behind. So we'll see what happens next. So 8 laps left to go. We're definitely still far away from the end. Oh, that's the yellow flags. That is Esperanza who spun around. Not sure if I caught a reset the track, but unless he just did a full 360, that'd be cracked. So those hards definitely not looking like it was the best idea. It's now to P5. That jump is permit up to P4. Spunk gets ahead of Anish. That moves up Spunk. Oh, that's up ahead actually. Is Diego looking for a move on Bullet, but he's too far behind. But he'll get DRS coming up. I think he's sure might actually get ahead this time. Both on the softs. The softs should be fading away quite soon. Diego gets a good run. He's looking the outside. Bullet is gonna be overtaken by Diego. Diego is up into the lead here on lap 21. But Bullet has DRS. He's looking to fight it back. And looked for a move for a second. But he's gonna be behind. Behind them too is Sully looking to catch both of them off guard. Potentially sneak up into the lead. That'd be crazy if them two are fighting and they basically recreate the Lewis Hamilton move in Silverstone this past weekend. The iconic commentary of "Through goes Hamilton." But this time I would be saying "Through goes Latifi." It's Sully and the Williams. Latifi or Sully? What should I say if that move is done? Through goes Sully, or I'd be quite insane that's recreated here. But Diego's up ahead at the moment. It'd be a great way to secure his championship here in Abu Dhabi with a win. So Bullet this time will have DRS, so will Sully. These top three have been fighting for many laps. Been very entertaining so far. But Bullet is not able to reel him in. Gets a very good braking actually. That was really good braking skills there from Bullet. He's known for that late braking. He's very good at that. That's actually spun. Wow, he spun around. And he's able to get back on track. At turn 3, man, that's been killing everyone here today. Well, not literally everyone, but most of these people. So actually, Bullet not looking for a move just yet. As we go on lap, coming out lap 23 once we cross the line. So slowly actually on 10 lap old mediums. We'll see how those can look like on the remaining few laps with these soft runners aging, but surely still keeping up pace. Ferranzo's quite close now. The Kermit was caught up to him after Ferranzo having that spin. So Bullet here will have DRS once again. Sully is too far behind to get DRS, so he's slowly, his chances of winning fading away, but anything could happen. These two can collide and Sully takes the lead somehow, so you should never count him out. Never count anyone out with 3 laps to go. 5 laps to go, I'll talk about that. Bullet has DRS now. Ferranzo and Kermit fighting behind, but is currently the fight for the lead at the moment up in front. The toucher gonna be Bullet looking for a move. Diego gives him the space. Bullet making him think harder. But it's gonna be Diego who stays ahead at the moment. It's actually Kermit and Ferranzo wheel to wheel. Into this turn we go. Both of them banging wheels. It is good fighting from these two. Being very aggressive. It is Ferranzo who jumps up to P4. Ow, I did not realize. I have a little cut here on my leg and I actually scratched it thinking it was a bug. And I scratched right the scar. Who cares? It's currently Diego in the lead up ahead of Bullet. He's looking to take the race win away from Diego. Like I mentioned, it's such a great thing if you win here in Abu Dhabi and secure the championship that way, but Bullet's trying to spoil that. Diego was the pole sitter. Oh, and that is Kermit who spun around. Deadly turn 3. Turn 3, I think exit of 4. Can't tell which really turn it is, but whatever those two turns are, it's very deadly. Slowly actually caught up to Bullet. I'm not sure, I think Bullet had a moment. And it's gonna give DRS to Sully now. Bullet, I'm not sure what happened. He got a little bit of a moment. It's far behind. Actually, that's Spunk. Oh, I might have caught a reset track once again. Not sure. But I saw I just saw a full 360. But that's just me. So, it's top 3 separated quite a bit now after having battles before. Anish is actually retired. That's turn 4 once again. Turn 3 and 4 having many victims today. So in terms of on track, everyone else is pretty spread out at the moment. Which is these top 3 fight for the win. See up ahead. And they cleaned it up, but it was Anish who spun. Currently have 7 runners with 3 laps to go. So Sully actually doesn't get DRS this time. And he definitely will not get it this time either. So yeah, nothing else going on around the track. Just these top three currently. They were having mega battles many laps ago, but I guess they just lost the pace. Had a couple moments. But Diego stays ahead in the lead. He's looking to win and secure the Drivers' Championship. So it's actually less than a second now, close to Bullet. Bullet, those soft tires are quite fading and giving him those struggles with low grip. He's gonna get a good thing for Sully on 14 lap old mediums. He's actually very close now, less than half a second it is, the gap. Bullet struggling a lot here. As we'll see maybe a move here. Help with DRS, it is for Sully. He's going to be forced there on the outside. He's going to be ahead of Bullet. But we'll see what Bullet try to fight it back. He's losing a lot of pace. Those soft tires definitely dropped off in the closing laps of this Grand Prix. Bullet actually got very close, but he's too far behind. Gets a little bit of that curb, a little bit too much of that curb. So on lap 27, we're coming up to Diego trying to make his softs last till the end. 3 seconds is the gap currently from first to second. Shit. Bullet lost position the past lap, so we'll see if he can try to fight that back. We're in the penultimate lap. Actually, Kermit's going to come into the pits. So late pit stop. I think it might be damage related. No, actually, it's going to be a normal pit stop. Oh, it's pit stop by Kermit. He's going to lose a position to Blake's. The penultimate lap, it's Kermit who comes to the pits. He's trying to go as fast as lap, maybe. Bullet has DRS, but he's going to be too far behind. Those softs dropped off quite mighty. That was spun. He was spun around. He's able to get his car going with no helmet. Those eyes are very locked in. Those are actually quite creepy. But on the penultimate lap, the end of the penultimate lap here, we're going to start the final lap. It is here in Abu Dhabi. And we're just going to be on board here with Diego to celebrate his Drivers' Championship. He can be the champion here in Season 4, Tier 1. It's been quite dominant, ups and downs. It was a rough start for Diego. But after never giving up, he's going to be world champion once again. So, just recapping, I think, yeah, he had a rough start to the season, ups and downs throughout the whole season. But he is clutched up here at the end to secure the Drivers' Championship. You know, Gary also is championship contender, having a really good start to the season. Halfway through, he started having struggles in Spa. He spun out on the very last lap. But what a season has been for both tiers. Just a great season in general. But it's going to be Diego who's going to secure the championship here in Abu Dhabi. He's going to come on the final corner. He's going to be winning here in Abu Dhabi, and he's champion of the world. It is for Diego. Sully comes on P2. Bullock comes on P3 in the Ferrari. He's going to secure the championship for Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. Franz is going to come into the pits, but he's going to cross the line P4. Looks like Blix will come on P5. The top 5 finish here for Blix. If you're having a struggling season, but it's a good feeling for him coming into next season. So hopefully we got the new game. Blix is going to cross the line with time penalties, but it's going to be Kermit who steals the fastest lap. P5 it is for Kermit and Blix. P6, Spunk is going to come P8. And it still finishes P8. M was P9, and Luke Gladden rounds out the top 10 to finish this amazing season. So Spunk is actually going to be the last one to cross the line. He's going to do a quick burnout and celebrating that Constructors' Championship. That was a good spin there. So smiles all around the Ferrari pit lane, securing the Constructors' Championship. But it's going to be Diego who wins here in Abu Dhabi, securing his championship. This must be really good for him, even though he feels like he didn't really deserve it after what happened with the contender Gary. But it is what it is. He's been dominant all season long, even though he had a rough start. But ever since he's clutched it up, he hasn't missed at all. So yeah, that will do it for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and the finale race here in Season 4 CSRL. Hopefully our next season will be starting up quite soon. So we can be on the brand new game F1 22. So that will do it here for Season 4. Thank you everyone to tuning in every stream, every race, to all the drivers, especially for coming out all season long. And yeah, if you like what we saw here today, I definitely want to join these races. 4-time world champion it is for Diego. So congratulations to Diego, and congratulations to Ferrari, secure the championship in the Constructors. So I will be back here commenting next season. So it's been Alan here commentating to finish out the season. What an end it was. So thank you all. Peace out.